I am recording. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
No, there was.
Wow.
Do it again.
Okay.
That time there was a delay. Also, your hands were way out of frame, and I couldn't follow you.
You couldn't follow my large arms coming together?
Come on, Big Stace.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Great. We're now doing a podcast officially.
We are doing the podcast because we were doing it for a second, then I realized I wasn't recording, but now we're on. We're here. We're ready to party. Welcome to Regular Girls.
Wow, that might have been like the most enthusiastic intro we've done to date.
You know why? It's because I have had zero sleep, very little to eat, but now I've had tea, I've had my workout. I'm feeling like I'm on top of the world, like that one Brandy song.
Ooh.
Sitting on top of the world, top of the world. I just really wanted to sing on this.
I want to bring up the fact that my Brandy's, that album was my first CD that I ever purchased. Yes, I went to Radio Shack.
Do Radio Shack still exist?
I think they do, but I don't think it's a cool place.
It's not doing well, no.
No, and we didn't have a CD player in my house, and so I had to play it on my mom's karaoke machine.
Wait, you didn't have a CD player, but you had a karaoke machine?
Yeah, my mom had priorities. And also, I don't even know why I'm remembering this. My mom used to go to my school and do karaoke parties.
Shut your face right now.
Yeah,
how does that affect you as a child growing up? Is your mom a good karaokeer? Like, what are her performance techniques?
Okay, well, first of all, just imagine Roseanne, half a bottle in, thinking like my mom was Roseanne. That's why I love the show so deeply. I was
Roseanne's one of my favorite sitcoms, actually. It's so good.
Okay, I can't tell you the emotional connection I have to the show Roseanne. It would really bring the podcast down in a sad way, but my mom is Roseanne. Absolutely.
Really?
Oh my God, yes. My mom is an angry Greek woman, and she's insane, and she would come to our school and do karaoke parties and be like, "Get into it, you losers."
What were her songs? What songs would she do?
My mom loves still Patsy Cline.
Oh, so, like A Little Crazy, or like
Yep.
I go out walking.
Yeah, all that.
After midnight. Yeah, I can't sing right now. Or maybe ever, but
well,
right
no,
now
you got a nice husk. You got a husk. You got to lean into that.
I'm husky right now. Yeah, I've been on an airplane. I fell asleep on the airplane, and I woke up with like a desert mouth. Like I was so dry, but I was like too tired to even really care about it. So yeah, I'm very husky right now.
Ooh, lady of travel.
Oh, hi, welcome to Regular Girls. Everyone, step up and open your ear holes, because here we come.
Ooh, I don't like that girl.
That got really sexual. Yeah. My condolences.
No, I feel like when you're like down here, it's just like it kind of happens.
Hey guys.
It's like that Snapchat filter I'm obsessed with right now.
I'm so upset that I can't think of this actor's name right now. The butler in Home Alone 2.
Oh my God, very specific reference. Couldn't tell you.
Yes, no, he's like he's from like Rocky Horror.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. See, yeah.
I love how you're a reference point for Tim Curry, who was in Rocky Horror Picture Show, maybe the most like amazing movie ever created. But you're like, you know that like small bit actor who plays the butler in Home Alone 2, Boston, New York?
Home Alone 2 is a fantastic film.
I don't know.
I'm putting it in the film category.
Listen,
I love it. It's one of my favorite things.
Okay, that's ridiculous, because I remember watching that as a kid and go, they lost him again. Like I was just like, there's no way.
No, because the pigeon lady added a great element. The uncle's house being renovated, and there was like that terrifying tube outside of it that he had to crawl up.
But also, let me tell you,
the sticky bandits or the wet bandits.
The
pigeon evolved into the sticky bandits.
The pigeon lady. First of all, I remember watching that. And also, I think I was just a young, I feel like I was an old lady, even young. Like, just imagine, like, Angela Lansbury and, like, Oshkosh Bagosh overalls. But I remember watching that and being like, the pigeon lady's, like, not even as scary as the pigeon lady from Mary Poppins.
That's actually very true.
Yes.
I think that the pigeon lady in Home Alone, too, is Mike Myers' mom in So I Married an Axe Murderer, I think.
I love that movie. Did we talk about that last week? Did we talk? Oh, then I literally think I had a conversation about How I Married an Axe Murderer this week.
I don't think I've ever talked out loud about So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Oh, that's a top film, guys.
It's great.
That is a regular girl fucking hot tip right there.
Hit the hot tip button. Bam, 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 bam.
Absolutely. Okay, it wasn't you then, but me and someone else who I can't remember because my memory's horrible, we performed at each other while talking about this movie, the slam poetry that Mike Myers does in that movie. When he's like, woman, like we did the whole thing together. And then I was like, because when Napster was around, I downloaded him doing all those things, all of his bits. I had him on my iPod.
Mike Myers is just such a genteel, charming, fascinating man. I love him so much.
I heard he's not the nicest.
Really?
I know, but I don't want to believe it.
I don't believe that because you know what? I heard the same thing about Jimmy Fallon, and I think that's bullshit. I'm sure they're very nice. It's like it depends on where this is coming from. What is this? Someone that's like randomly stopping him while he's eating dinner, and he might have been like, "Hey, maybe not right now."
Absolutely.
I want to know where this information's coming from. Because I had somebody else tell me that about Jimmy Fallon, and I love Jimmy Fallon. People can say whatever they want. Oh, Jimmy Fallon, blah. I love him. I think he's great. I
love him too. What's wrong with him?
I think a lot of people want to shit on Jimmy Fallon because they're like, oh, he's too nice to everybody. Since when did that become a crime? When Johnny Carson was nice to everybody, leave the guy alone.
Well, Johnny Carson, Brendan just read a book about Johnny Carson. He was a real weirdo. Let me tell you that.
He's
Nightmare.
A total weirdo. I watched a documentary. There was one on Netflix, I think, about him, and he was a weirdo. Anyone that spends that much time studying magic is into some weird shit.
Absolutely, no question. Don't care for your magic. Get out of here.
I don't know where this puts me in a category of human beings, but for a period of time, I really, when I started getting into like acting and stuff, I thought that I had to like really be a tour de force and be like that triple threat. Like I was like, I need to sing, I need to know how to dance, I need to know how to act. Like I really wanted to hone all these crafts, but then when I wanted to do like more like comedy stuff, and I was like, it seems a lot of these comedians are really into magic.
No.
I watched a Johnny Carson documentary, and he was into this book. I can't remember the name. It's like the Book of Magic. And then Steve Martin also was really into this same magic book.
Okay.
So I had a couple cocktails, and I just Amazon Primed it to my house. But it's like a textbook of magic, and like you've got to really be like, I'll watch YouTube videos now and try to learn a card trick, but like. Anyway, I do appreciate magic, but actually being a magician, like I want a couple gag things too. I don't want to be a magician.
First of all, I love that you were like, oh, I think I'm going to dip my toe in some comedy. I should probably also get into some magic. Glug glug, order please.
I'm all over the place.
You weren't like maybe I should get a joke book, or you were just like, how do I pull a bunny out of a hat?
Yeah, I wanted to learn about sleight of hand and distracting a crowd. Maybe that was my key to being a better performer.
My God.
Just throw some like smoke in one direction. I'm like, see, I did a thing, but really I'm not actually doing a thing at all. I'm just like a shitty performer.
I just want to say for the record, I've been doing comedy for many years now, and I've never thrown dust in the air or just did a quick sleight of hand to really get the joke landed.
Well, that's why you're a comedian and I am not. I obviously had to deviate off my path, but I get a lot of wacky ideas when I've had some drinks. And I'm like, this seems good. This seems like a fun pastime. It's like, now I'm taking guitar lessons. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll learn to play the guitar. Maybe I'll learn another language.
That's cool.
But then like, I only half-ass do any of these things.
But first of all, those are cool options. I am going to tell you. Yes. If someone's like, hey, I can play guitar, I'm like, cool. I mean, don't play it at me. I don't want to have that eye contact moment.
No.
But
no.
But if you were like, hey, I'm playing the guitar, I'd be like, that's amazing. Or you're like, I'm learning a new language. I'd be like, that's really impressive. If you were like, oh, I've just been spending 3 hours at night just learning magic, I'd be like, you're a psychopath.
Listen, you have a collection of crystals at your house. I'm allowed to do a little magic.
It is true. I will. Can I give you a quick crystal update? I'm not going to go too deep into it.
I have a crystal update as well.
My also, I can't remember who said it to us on Twitter, but it made me laugh. Where the person was like,
"Was it Spencer Pratt? Because he tweeted us."
He's tweeted at us.
Maybe he just liked or retweeted
Oh,
our tweet.
I got really excited there. But someone was like, hey, really digging the Regular Girls podcast. I don't like crystals, but I like the other stuff. I was like, cool, man.
Damn, I didn't even see that. That's actually...
I will retweet it. I will send it to you. But the crystal update is that things are happening. Things are shifting for my sister-in-law, who I bought the crystals for originally. Things are shifting. Yes. She's in a moment. She's in a moment of a change. And I was like, I'm not putting it all on the crystals, but she did cleanse them in the moonlight, and now things are happening.
Okay, so here's my question, because
please.
I don't want to say I don't own crystals. I have like some.
You have stones. You have rocks.
I've got stone. I got a collection of rocks. And they're sporadically around our house. I saged the house. There's a few things that I was invested in doing, but when you have these crystals, these crystals are fancier than the rocks, definitely.
I don't think so. I mean, there's some...
But they all represent different things. Are you supposed to make wishes on these crystals? Are you supposed to touch certain parts of your body with these crystals?
Absolutely.
What is the goal? Okay.
Well, you can touch... Okay, so I have a crystal book, and I've read it,
Which
obviously.
is not different from me getting a magic book, P.S. But carry on.
I don't have to wear a top hat or some sort of cloak.
But you could if you wanted to elevate your crystal game.
Oh my God, do I want to be a woman who wears a cape? Absolutely. Where do I sign up?
I'm in. Give me a bodysuit and a cape any goddamn day.
If they're both velvet, just bury me in it.
Oh my God. Rest in peace.
That's the only way I would do magic. You heard it here first. It's a Regular Girl hot tip.
I actually tried to tweet. I kept trying to tweet David Copperfield at one point. So I was like, I live in Vegas. Can I please just be your assistant for 30 seconds of your show?
Let's all band together on that. And I will drive my ass there just to see you help him for 30 seconds. But you can put crystals on your body to like charge. You can also put them around your house. So it just depends on the crystal, but she just has the. I was like, hey, you don't have to, really do much with them. Put them in a plant in your window so they're near the moonlight so they can get charged. And she just did that, and now she's coming to terms with. And she was a skeptic too, and now she's like, she's like, what are these crystals doing to my life?
So I believe in the juju of the crystals.
For sure.
As I said before, when I was in Sedona and you go into these crystal shops or the rock shop.
The rock shop.
You like pick them up and I feel like you get like a different energy off of them. But why do they have to be charged in the moonlight instead of the sunlight?
I don't know. Busy Phillips told me that on Instagram. So not to me, but all of her followers. But I felt it was an intimate conversation.
I wish she DM'd you that.
Oh my God. She's also getting into cupping. You guys, I might dip my toe in that too. I don't know.
Yeah, I would do cupping.
I mean, Michael Phelps did it. I mean,
it looks like it hurts.
I mean, yeah, it does. And I feel like I'm so pale that it would go bad for me.
Oh, you would be permanently marked.
I know. And but also I have to admit, I pulled my shoulder laying on a couch this week. So I don't know.
So maybe we can look into a stretch out.
Yeah. But anyways, so her crystal thing is going great. So I think I've lost what we were talking about, but I'm happy with
updates.
that. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
So here's my crystal update.
Yeah.
On Instagram, I started following this company called Goddess Provisions. Mm-hmm. And they have a thing where they have a monthly subscription. It's $33 a month. It says it ships worldwide, always vegan. The next box for February the theme is flower power.
Okay.
And so they send you a box that's crystals, aromatherapy, beauty, and spiritual tools. I am intrigued.
Okay, but how many?
But also,
go on.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, how many spiritual tools do you need?
Totally. And I don't need a ton, but maybe it's like nice oils and I clicked on the pictures and it looks nice. It looks like they give you cool little patches you could put on a denim jacket, maybe. I love a good patch.
What?
I'm into patches.
No, I'm into patches too, sure. But I'm like, what the hell is this store where they're like crystals, oils, incense, and just patches for fun jackets?
It's very hip. There's the patch that I'm looking at right now. It's like a little patch with a little crystal and it just says charged up.
Here's the thing.
Cute.
If you want to get some crystals, I feel like you have to go to the weird store.
Yeah.
You got to talk to the weird woman. She's going to give you a deal.
You don't want them coming to you from a warehouse.
No. Well, that was the thing. The woman was like, what do you gravitate towards? And that's what I picked.
Huh.
I also believe I'm a little bit psychic, but that might be a whole nother podcast.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I would love to know about your medium talents.
I wish I had a more medium talent than I do, but yeah, like sometimes I'll like foresee things happening, then they happen. And I'm like, yep, I knew that was gonna happen.
You're like a prophet.
Yeah. Guys,
Damn.
you heard it here first.
Nostradamus. Or Stacemus.
I remember
Stacey in there, it didn't work.
It's fine. I liked it.
Nostradamus.
Anyways, Stacey Miss.
Stacey. It's Stacey. Well, this is my friend Stacey.
There's something about LA where people really lean into stuff. Like if I was listening to a podcast with these two girls from LA and they were talking about how they had an upset stomach and they were like, did you try activated charcoal? And I'm like, that's just where I live now. I don't know what activated charcoal is. I don't know where you buy that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm stressing out.
That stuff's confusing to me. So like, I live in Las Vegas, which is close to Los Angeles. So like, I've got a little bit of that happening out here, but there's also like a weirder desert vibe out here than there is in California. So there's like I'm sure people are smoking peyote somewhere around here.
See, we have to like unpack, because we were talking about this before we recorded, like where we live. And it's crazy to me still that you live in Vegas, because I have no concept of what Vegas is like. Like I went and saw Britney Spears. I had my vodka cran. The guy who served me was from the real world.
Really?
Didn't I tell you this?
No.
Yes, I went to Britney Spears and Brendan came with me. I don't know if I've said this story.
No.
I haven't on this pod. It's episode 7, and I haven't talked about my Vegas experience. I'd never been to Vegas before. And Brendan, for my birthday, my 30th birthday, was like, I'm going to take you to see Britney Spears. And I was like, this is the best. I've never been to Vegas. Yeah, and so when we got there, it was like me and him and like all bachelorette parties, so we were real losers. I was like, I'm with my husband. I wore high heels, like cool heels. I bought a Britney shirt, tucked it into a skirt. Oh.
Hell yes.
Hell yes.
Good for you. You gem in the holograms.
I honestly felt like that. I like big hair. And then Britney Spears just pressed play on the CD and away we went.
I'm not even like upset with it. I actually tried to go see Britney early January, which was a couple weeks ago, and she wasn't playing. But a friend of mine is in town today that's going to see her. And I live here. I've never been. But yeah, it's weird. It is very weird that I live here.
It's strange because it's like, it just seemed like this crazy place where like you could do anything you want. Like you can smoke in the hotel or in the casino.
I hate that.
It's gross. And also cigarette smoke sticks to me. So like I've never smoked, but I always, if someone around me is smoking, I smell like I smoked a million cigarettes.
It's awful.
Horrible. But I was like, how do you live here? This just seems like an adult theme park everywhere.
It is, but so yes, it is, and that all exists. But when I get home, this is like the most like regular suburban life I've ever lived.
Really?
We just live in like a nice neighborhood, and my grocery store's around the corner. I've got yoga on the other corner and my bar class, and that's pretty much it. But then there's like other things. Like I just found a really great dog park. Like it's so regular and quiet out where we are. Like there's no nonsense. But the bonus is that because we're like on the outskirts, I mean we're like maybe like 15 minutes away from the strip, that we still have access. Like we can like Uber Eats anything to our house at any time. So
that's
there's
amazing.
Like, we like have the bonuses of those things. But yeah, I mean, like this week, I really want to go to Mount Charleston. We haven't been in forever, and it's like an hour north of Vegas, but it turns into this. It's up where there's like ski mountains and stuff up there. The snows, like the mountains are covered in snow. There's all these chalets and little lodges. Like it's the cutest little spot. So there's like a cooler, quirkier side to Vegas than I thought. And I thought like before I moved here, that was like one thing that I was like, I don't know, it's Vegas. Like it has like that weird stigma that. You think, it's just like all this nonsense,
right?
And I if I'm like Toronto and New York, I like being able to walk places. I like having these mom and pop shops. Like there's a lot of like big box stores and stuff out here. But I found like there's this place called Antique Alley that's in like it's like off the strip, but it's like the best vintagey antique stores, and there's a ton of them, and they all have different stuff. Like like you go to a place and they all end up essentially having the same junk.
Yeah,
these ones are like totally different. They've all got their own vibe. It's cool. I like it out here, and it's easy to get to LA if I ever needed to go there for like work stuff, and it's way cheaper.
It is. I heard it's so cheap. An Uber driver
so
told me
cheap.
it's so cheap out in Vegas. That's crazy. I wouldn't assume like they would have like a nice antique store and like and stuff like that. That's kind of awesome.
And I even searched that when I got here. Nothing came up. I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
And like couldn't find anything. And then my dad was staying here, and yeah, there's like really cool record shops. And like if you go out on Fremont Street, there's like some like gnarly kind of dive bars and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Whoa.
I like it. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Though an Uber driver told me last week that they are building a train from Vegas to LA. I'm really into it.
How long is that going to take?
Probably a while, but
God damn it.
yeah, I don't know if they've started or whatever, but like how great would that be? Hop on a train to get back and forth? Hell yeah. I mean, the flight's easy, but I like taking trains. Trains are awesome.
Yeah, it's so true. My dad really wants to take a train, but they're so like he wants to kind of go through Canada on the train, but it's like it's so crazy expensive. But I would love to like be able to go with him. That'd be awesome. But it ain't gonna happen right now, Dad. Who's not listening?
Yeah,
Imagine.
don't write it down. I actually got to do that one time when I was working for the Score. I did this thing with Coors Light where we started in Edmonton and rode a train from Edmonton all through the Rockies on this train that was just for Coors Light. People won contests, and they had like each cart was reserved for different things. There's one where they were just doing like manicures and pedicures.
What?
There's one that was like this full open like terrarium kind of deal. Terrarium's not the word, but you know what I mean. It was open and looked like plants could grow there.
First of all, I am loving this Renee, the tired Renee that's calling windows a terrarium.
I like that terrarium was the word that I thought of instead of windows.
Honestly, like I feel like I'm becoming the best person I can be in Vegas right now. Like my house is like covered in terrariums. Do you mean windows, Renee? Yeah, whatever.
Same thing. It's fine. And they had like bands playing. They had like all these. It was really cool.
That sounds
stopped
awesome.
At, like Lake Louise and like got out and like rolled around in the snow and had like hot tub parties. It was great.
God damn it! What a cool like experience.
It was, yeah. I was pretty lucky to do that one.
I haven't done anything cool like that. I feel like I have not explored LA enough to be like if people were to come visit me, I'd be like, I don't know like where to take you. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like you're a good like anytime like I've met you in a city, like we were in New York and stuff, you're like, oh, this is a really cool bar. We can go here. Like if you came here, I'd be like, we have a Trader Joe's and they have salads.
Hey,
like
I love me a Trader Joe's.
Me too. But I feel like I gotta lean in more.
I'm surprised. I feel like you would be on that. Like I feel like you are like a city explorer a little bit. No?
Well, I love Toronto. Like I miss Toronto so much because I just feel like it's so great. And you can kind of just fall into like a cool place. Really.
Totally. Toronto's so easy to find a spot.
Yeah. But LA, like you have to drive there and you have to park there and you have to go into the thing. But I will say the cool thing about living in LA is like I saw Drew Barrymore post this thing on Instagram where she was like feeling so centered, like yoga day. And I looked at the photo and I was like, I used to work at that yoga. Like I used to go to this yoga studio she was at. But I was like, she's in the class taking a photo. And I was like, only in LA is like Drew Barrymore the annoying person in the class.
Like, right? Like just snapping a photo. I get so annoyed when I'm in a yoga class and someone has their phone in the yoga class. Are you for real?
Get out of here.
You're ruining it for everybody with your weird LED lights.
Also, this is just a side note, but being a person who works at a yoga studio, don't stay in Shavasana for 9 hours. Just get out of the class.
Oh my God.
Like first of all, I have to be the one holding the mop. And I feel like I need to tell everyone like, I'm just like you. I'm not the janitor. Like
yeah.
But anyways, I'm like waiting to clean and people take really long Shavasanas. And let me just tell you, here's a regular girl hot tip. The yoga instructors think you're a loser. Like when you take for so long, they just like, ugh. Cause it doesn't really matter. But,
yeah, because you're just lying down. Go home and lie down.
That's what they say. The yoga like even today, like my yoga instructor was like, they're just, I don't know, just start cleaning around them. So I have to clean around people.
Come on,
Renee, I'm telling you.
People like I love yoga. I think yoga's great. I think everybody in the world should do it.
They should.
But people that are like yoga enthusiasts, that are like they're the ones that are trying to have the deepest breath in the class. They're
Too
like
much.
really, oh my God. They're really
Don't.
like breathing into their belly. Like they're like proving a point.
It's too much. It's too much.
Like when I was going to yoga more here, I just assumed that everybody in my class was in Cirque du Soleil because they're so bendy. Everybody. What the? Either they're strippers or they're Cirque du Soleil.
Well, I always find that like in class when the instructor's like, now you can do any inversion you want, and then people go up into the headstands and like all the things. I'm like, okay, that's really cool, but shut up, like just stop it. And then like today I was cleaning a class and so embarrassing, but hey, I recommend if you want free classes, but people going like, like really breathing out. It's like, Cheryl, go home and do that in the shower. Just get out of here, Cheryl. I can't deal.
There's this one guy that comes to my yoga, or that's at my yoga place, and he makes me so effing insane because he just like, he sees me and wants to come over and talk to me every time.
Because he's attracted to you, or like is he just like, hey?
I think he's like one of those people that like goes to classes to like make friends and like wants to be chatty. And I saw him the other day and I like walked past him and had a hat on. He's like, but then like I went to class like, hey man, I thought that was you. And he like comes over, like hangs out at the end of my mat. So I lay in Shavasana as the universal sign of go away.
Go away.
And he starts asking me, he's like, why haven't you been here? What have you been doing? What's going on? I'm like, oh, I've been doing bar because I'm an infomercial person for bar now.
I thought you were going to say because I don't want to see you, but.
He's like, oh, yeah, I hear that's really great for your booty. And he just like, I feel like we make
for
eye
your
contact
booty?
in the mirror the whole time. I don't think he's hitting on me. I think
Renee,
he just like wants
please.
a friend.
No, Renee, no. Are you kidding me? Don't play this way. I can't be the weird frumpy friend who's like, he totally into you. And you're like, I don't know. We can't. I can't.
But I just think it's his personality because he doesn't just do it to me. Like, it's not like he's just like, ooh, yes. Like, I notice, obviously, when I'm the recipient of it, but I've seen him do it to other people. And he's like, wants to like chat up the instructors and talk about different poses. Like, he just is too much. And he makes classes not fun. Like I see him and I'm like, oh my God, I've got to deal with this guy. I've got to send out my go away vibe. And
maybe you don't have a go away vibe.
That's actually probably very true. I've been told that before. People, yeah.
You're too nice.
I'm too nice to people, yeah.
See, this is the problem. Like, you just got to shut it down. Yeah, I'm very good at that naturally. Maybe that's why I'm so lonely, but no one will talk to me. Like, flight attendants hate me, like, notoriously do not like me. I don't know. Like, and the thing is, I'm so anxious about any social interaction that I'm like, oh, please like me. But people are like, that bitch. Like, I think it's my face. I think it's fear that is being mistaken for a very
for bitchiness.
Or confidence, or like I remember like walking into a store. I can't remember what it was, and it was like the guy was like, whoa, you've got someplace to be. And I was like, this store, can you help me? Like, I just was like, no, I'm not that person. But I can shut it down real quick if I don't want to talk to someone.
Here's a regular girl hot tip.
Yeah.
When you walk onto a plane, the key is to dole out some kind of a compliment to the airline. What do you call them? A stewardess? I'm so stupid right now.
I know their name, but it's a flight attendant, but they don't like
flight
me.
Attendant. I feel like if you like give them a comment like, oh, I like your hair, where I feel like they're like more receptive and want to like, they'll like, you know, maybe hook you with a cocktail or something, which is great.
Oh my God. The last flight I was on when I was coming back from the holidays back to LA, I ordered a veggie sandwich because, like, who am I? I don't know. And
veggie sandwich on a plane, yikes.
Mistake. I know. And it was disgusting. I took half a bite and it was so soggy and like, you know how like people just have certain textures that make them barf? That's mine. And I was like, what?
Wet bread and vegetables?
Ugh. If you like that, don't subscribe to this.
Unsubscribe.
Everything we say, you will not relate to.
Yeah, how about you just make a barf sandwich and be on your way?
Absolutely. But I was like, and she was like, oh, did you not like that? And I'm like, no. And she like was offended by it a little bit. And then I ordered soup instead. And then she half filled the soup. And I was like, can you put more water in this? And she was like, ugh, fine. And it was like cold. Anyways, I just was like, I was just trying to be nice, but it didn't work out. I got the bitch face. The bitch face.
The best thing to order on a plane is the cheese tray. The cheese tray.
Is it really?
Yeah, the cheese tray rules.
Really?
It's so good. It comes with like, there's like cheese, usually some apples, and then like a bunch of crackers and stuff. They come with a great variety. It's the best $10 I've ever spent.
Well, this might lead us into a really easy transition to talk about your weird obsession with crackers and how I think it's this just the oddest. I feel like I'm really giving it to you today. I don't mean to, but you're just like,
I deserve it. It's okay. I'm also very vulnerable right now. I'm like tired and weak. I'm like, what?
Oh my God, you're gonna call me later and be like, I was really crying about that.
Yeah, screw you.
No. No, but when you were like, oh man, I'm just missing saltines, and I was like, are you sick? And you're like, no, I just love them.
I always have saltines in the house. So because I've been on this stupid diet for I don't know, what's the date? What day is it? Today's the 18th. I've been on this since like the 7th, the 6th.
Whoa.
So anyways, I did have I cheated a little bit. I had half of a breakfast sandwich. I only ate half the bread. Everyone calm down. And don't report me to bar 3 or I will find you, because I've been really plugging that I'm on the ball. I also ate some Teddy Grahams. But
and some marshmallows and chocolate. And there was a weird thing on the floor and I just ate it too. I don't know.
I just miss bread and crackers so much, but saltine crackers, it's shocking to me to now realize how often I eat them now that I'm not eating them. I'm like, it's like my ghost limb is kicking in, where I'm just constantly grabbing for saltines. I do it in catering at work, where I just like walk by and I'm like, I'll have a cracker. Like, the girl that runs our catering knows it. She's like, oh, here's your crackers, idiot. Like, what is
really?
that?
Well, no, I think everyone.
Ritz, though. I don't like Ritz. Ritz are stupid.
You don't like Ritz?
No, too buttery. Too
you mean
crumbly?
You're right. It's absolutely too delicious. It's so buttery. No, I get what you're saying, but so do you like a salted or unsalted saltine?
Oh, salted always. I'm not that crazy. Give me a salted saltine.
Because I would think like a saltine would be a healthy snack. Maybe this is why I look like a bunch of water wings sewn together.
I always kind of, not that I didn't think that it was healthy, but I didn't think it was like bad.
Is it?
But, well, I think it's basically bread.
What's the calorie on let's just like, what's the calorie on a sleeve of saltines? Because like, again, you're probably.
A sleeve of saltines is a lot.
It's a lot. Really?
Well, I think that 4 saltines might be 100 calories, maybe.
4 saltines?
Right? Let me Google it.
I love how you look to me like, is that right? I'm like, I haven't thought about a saltine since I barfed last.
What do you not have soup? What do you dip in your soup?
Bread.
What?
Renee.
Actually, that's probably way better.
Yeah, of course it is. I swear. Okay. So
one cracker is 42 calories.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Holy shit.
That is a goddamn regular girl exclusive. One cracker is 42 calories?
Come on.
That can't be right.
I thought they were like 20.
That can't be right. 42? That's more than like, although.
One cracker, no.
That's crazy. See, once you find that out, then,
it's shocking when you like actually, it's everything I Google. 42 calories per one cracker.
That's nuts.
That's a lot.
That's
where
tons.
Where does it come from? I don't understand how certain foods end up with so many calories.
It's also, so airy. It must be the sodium. Oh, go on.
Well, the sodium is high. That sodium in them's high. I just saw that. So last night, when I'm home, being on this diet, things easy. But on the road last night, I was like having a minor breakdown, and we passed an IHOP. So they're like, oh, they've got some healthier options. I went in and I hate egg whites. I hate egg whites so much. Anyone just eats egg whites, no thank you.
Yeah, I can't.
So I ordered this stupid egg white omelet, but it says on the thing, it's 400 calories. But I get it, and like the styrofoam box they give it to me in, it's just like doused in oil and cheese. Like, it's definitely not 400 calories. It's a full-blown lie. Egg whites are stupid and they're gross, and I'm never eating them ever again. The end. Thank you.
Brendan and I went to this, we were going to the movies, and the Cheesecake Factory, humble brag, was
Cheesecake Factory is great.
It is. Americans really love it, and I didn't really get it until I went. I've never really eaten any food from there, but I do drink the goblets of alcohol that they have there.
Their booze is very good.
But we went. We were trying to go to a movie, and we were killing time, and we ended up going to this like Buffalo Wild Wing because the Cheesecake Factory was full or whatever. Anyways, the place is bizarre, but the menu, which is extensive, had all the calories listed on like every item, and it's like, what are you gonna get at Buffalo Wild Wing? Everything's deep fried. The calories were I was like, this is what needs to happen for me. I just need to see the number on everything, so I'll never eat the garbage stuff. Do you know what I mean?
When you see the number, it's so crazy the way you're like, I cannot eat this because I have this knowledge. I can't do it.
I was really getting into when we first moved to LA into In-N-Out and like the shakes.
Oh my god.
They're 800 calories.
Oh
a
my
shake.
god.
Yes, I know. Anyways, this has turned into a calorie cast, but it's crazy. But 14,
calorie cast.
14 for saltine. That's
I was not expecting that number. I thought it was around 20. So it's actually for 4 crackers, it's more than 100 calories.
I honestly thought a sleeve of saltines would have been like 100 calories.
Nope.
Again,
definitely not.
This is why I am a walking, sewn together life vest. Or what I said water wings before, but whatever, babe. Hold on, you'll float.
Okay, so a new project that I'm starting this week is painting my bedroom.
Good luck. This is amazing.
Thank you. I like painting. I actually love doing this, but damn it, I just realized this, that anytime I paint, I like to drink beer and perhaps order a pizza. Now I can't do that. I'm going to be eating cashews and coconut water. But so doing like
what color?
Okay, so I'm going to do like the accent wall behind our bed is like a navy blue.
Okay.
And the rest of it like a lighter blue. So John wanted blue. I am doing blue.
Navy blue. That's a hard color in a bedroom.
No, but it's not. If you look on Pinterest, there's some good stuff.
I know. I go by Oprah. What Oprah says, Stacey does.
Oprah.
Really? We'll have to dig into.
Know.
Yeah, she recommends a serene, creamy, sanctuary, and I lean into that.
I want a dark.
Really?
Den.
Oh, then that's great.
Well, I think that, so I actually read something that blue is supposed to be one of the best colors for a room because it's calming.
Yeah.
And it's good for sleeping in, apparently.
Well, I have blue and white striped sheets, and I have a light blue dresser that I DIY'd.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What did you do to it?
Thank you for asking. I will post it on our website shenanigan for people to see. No, honestly, it's like the most proud thing I've ever done because I love a DIY. We were just talking about this, and I never follow through. But I followed through on this. It was a dark purple. I found it on the side of the street. These hippies were like, "Do you want this?" And I was like, "Yes, please." In Toronto, because that's why Toronto's amazing. You just get free furniture.
Toronto's the best.
The best. It was dark purple. Like dark purple. Like just, it looked like they had just poured paint on it and just smeared it around. And
like, take it.
Yeah, and then I moved it to Los Angeles, like a crazy person. So when I got here, sanded it down, put a white primer on, and then like a light pastel-y Pinterest like approved blue, and then I spray painted the handles a gold. It just looks.
Really?
Oh yes, she is divine. She's divine.
Yeah. I want to see pictures of this. Doing DIY projects is that like it's fun, it's rewarding.
Yes.
The only DIY thing that I did our bathroom downstairs, and that was like kind of like my main project because I wallpapered by myself.
Whoa.
Oh my God, what a situation that was.
I can't even imagine.
Wallpapering by yourself is very hard. Lining the stuff up is very hard. It is like, I had to take breaks because I was getting so frustrated. Yikes. When I get frustrated, I get this deep rage. But yeah, it turned out great though. Like it looks awesome. It just took me a while to get there. And then I had to hire some man to come do like a 1/4 inch trim around the top because I just didn't cut the paper well enough. So I had to cover it up. But it looks great. But I haven't decorated really anything upstairs. I did my office, which is now the podcast room.
Hello.
Which is like, it's decorated and it's cool, whatever. But yeah, and now I'm going to start. It's the new year. I'm ready to start the bedroom. And my brother and his wife for Christmas got me a telescope. 'Cause I really wanted one. Because we've got a balcony off of our bedroom, and the stars in Vegas are amazing. Because we don't have smog like LA.
Oh, there is smog. Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Me and Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
Look out for your Hollyweed sign. Can't see it. All the smoke from all the smog.
It's when you go hiking, it's so sad. It's
horrible.
It's really kind of concerning how much smog is in the city.
Yeah, it's nice and clear over here. We're in the good parts of town.
All right, Renee.
Breathe the air in. But yeah, I'm excited to start painting and start getting this together. It's a whole ordeal, but that means now that I'm going to have to sleep in a different bedroom when I do this, which makes me nervous because I like to sleep with the TV on when John's not here because I'm not an adult. I'm such an infant.
No,
I
I'm
can't
the
handle
same.
it.
I'm the same way. I come into a house, when I come into the apartment when I'm by myself, TV immediately is on. Or like music, like I need noise because the noise will remind the murderers that they probably shouldn't murder me because something's happening in the house.
I'm awake. I'm alert.
Oh, I used to when I was a kid, I used to be scared I was going to get murdered. Just like a normal kid. Just
okay. I always thought I had cancer. I was always convinced. I'm like, I must be dying.
Me too. I don't even say that flippantly. Like I was like, I'm sick. This is it. Bye, guys. It's been great. It's been nice knowing all of you.
Good riddance, bitches.
But when I would convince myself a murderer was coming, and I've still done this as an adult, I pretend that I'm dead. So almost like the murderer will come in and go, oh, I forgot I already murdered her.
Already got this one.
As a kid, I was like, he'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot. And like, that was my plan.
So we recently talking about like intruders or potential murderers coming into your house. First of all, where do you stand on having a gun in your house?
Absolutely not. Couldn't listen. Brendan can't even hang a picture. Do you think he would be able to? And listen, I would use it too frequently. I would just be shooting at walls because they made a noise. None of us.
Bam.
Yeah. I got you, babe. Stay back. And Brendan's like crying in a robe. Like no. I can't. Where do you stand?
I don't like them.
Yeah.
They're I don't like them at all. I think that they're terrible. I don't want anything to do with them. They freak me out. They make me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Seeing one makes me uncomfortable and they make me very scared. So I don't feel like it benefits me in any way. But anyways, we were talking about this actually today on the plane. Is that we came up with an idea to put a deadbolt on the bedroom door to I want like a safe room. How cool would that be?
I saw the movie. I thought it was awesome. Or what's that one with Jodie Foster? Is that what it's called?
Jodie Foster and a young
Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Stewart, yeah.
Yeah.
And then John actually had a brilliant idea. He goes, what if we got one of those cool rope ladders that you could just swing over our balcony if you needed to escape? I was like 1960s Batman? Yeah, man, let's do it.
Oh, I was thinking Rapunzel. Imagine John was like, like Rapunzel. That's where my mind went.
In our garage, we have the weirdest things because John is basically an extension of a Ninja Turtle. And we have sais, which are the swords that I don't even know which Ninja Turtle had them. We have those. There's ninja stars, all these things that just and one of those what's it called? It's got the spike on the end of it, and you throw it to connect to a thing.
Are you talking about an axe?
No.
No, I know what you're talking about. When they when you swing it around and then it hooks and then it's you can use it. Yeah.
We own one.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't buy it.
Did someone just go to John? Did someone just say to John I dare you not to buy this? And he was like, I will buy it.
I'm not sure.
Why do you buy that?
Someone gave him I think my dad gave him an Amazon gift certificate for his birthday, and he was that's what he bought.
I love that. That's exciting to me. I love that he really took that gift and ran with it. And he goes, what will I treat myself to today? Ninja stars. I think that's awesome. I think that's super badass. I mean,
very safe over here. We're safe. We're ready for lockdown. Bring it.
Listen, I saw
Please don't anybody bring it.
But I mean, if you did, you're gonna deal with a ninja star.
Oh, and we have an assortment of nunchucks.
Holy shit!
You want to break into my house?
You're gonna see me try to beat you up, and Brendan maybe using a screwdriver, but like scared about using it.
Who do you think would win in a fist fight, you or Brendan?
I would win. Absolutely. No, you know what? It's so funny because when I worked at Second City, when I was in the touring company, I wrote a sketch called Tender Touch, and it was about how I could beat up my boyfriend, and it was about Brendan. And Brendan's like, my legs are so strong. We've discussed this at length, like who would win in the fight. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad.
I don't have that going on for me right now, but I don't know.
No.
Fight.
Yeah,
a good pinch, couple pinches.
Listen, I'm not in a cool situation here. That's not really what you don't want to be like. If someone were to break in, I would have to protect my husband and family. Like, it's amazing, like, be an independent woman, but it is odd.
I think it says more about your personality. I think that you would rise to the occasion quite well.
Listen, when Renee says personality, she means my body structure. But I have said to Brendan, like, lift me up. And he's like, why? I'm like, I just want to know that you can. I just need to know that you can.
I don't care if anybody picks me up. I this is not me being like, ooh, I'm heavy. I am so much heavier than I look. It's
Renee,
shocking.
please. Listen, I can't.
Like, John has even said this. He's like, you're like a sandbag. He's like, you sandbag, like, which I guess.
But
is
do you go?
Heavy, but like.
But when someone lifts you, do you go just limp and you're like, deal with it?
I guess I turn into a dead body. I'm not
that's
sure,
what you
but
do.
I turn into like this like bag of potatoes. That's
really
very heavy. I don't know.
Listen,
I don't even know how we got talking about this, but anyway.
Well, it's because I said that I threatened Brendan to lift me up so that I know where we stand. It's a real problem. And it is funny because like Brendan's not like a physical guy. Like, I mean, he can run, which is surprising, honestly. So surprising. Yeah. We used to play baseball together, and he looked like when he ran, it looked like two pencils falling over. Like when he moved, I was like, move your legs better. Like, just he's not competitive. He's like not physical. And like when we talk about stuff like that, I'm like, I just want to get shredded. And he's like, I just want to like read a book, have a nice afternoon. Like, it's just so different.
Where is Brendan right now? What is he doing?
He writes for Fox Sports. He's a writer there. So he's at work.
Does he go in there every day, like Monday to Friday?
Yeah, it's like a real job.
Gosh, good for him. That's a good gig.
Oh my God, I know. It's awesome.
It's really cool.
Yeah. It's interesting though. It's like I got to go on the lot and like see how they shoot the show, and it's like, well, it must be interesting. I don't know how you feel about this, but it's like, you know, when people are like, oh, he writes for Fox, that's incredible, and then when you go to the facility, you're like, oh, this is just an office.
Everything sucks. Everything you see in real life, like everything, like sounds far more romanticized and cooler than it actually is. Everything's just dingy and weird.
Like, I got to go to Spain for a commercial, and yeah.
What part of Spain? What commercial? Well, back it up.
Okay, guys. I was on a Hotels.com spot with Captain Obvious, who's so nice.
Really?
So nice. Yeah.
Oh, like, I love this.
Gentleman, loved his kids. I don't know if I'm just getting older, but when a guy's like, I just love my kids, I'm like, swoon.
I saw a video today of a friend of mine who just tenderly kissed his child's head, and I was like, God, that's so cute.
I can't even
really
deal.
Sweet. Yeah, it was really adorable.
But when I told everyone, I was like, oh yeah, I got to go to Spain, and I got to go there for a week, which was incredible. But it was like, you know, I flew in like economy, and flying back, it was like 12 hours or something. Probably.
Did you go from LA?
Yeah. They didn't have TVs or anything. And this sounds like, you know, I'm complaining, but it's like they didn't have outlets, so I couldn't plug in my computer. I assumed because when I flew there, they would have movies and stuff, so I didn't even like buy a book, you know? Like I had magazines.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Yeah, man. And then they served us like rotting tuna sandwiches on the way home. So the whole plane smelled like rotting tuna.
Oh my God.
I was like, I'm going to die. And I was like by myself.
That's awful. What a terrible experience.
It was horrible flying back from Spain. And
give me a wet veggie sandwich any day.
Oh my God, I know, absolutely. But what was funny about that, I don't even know how we got on this, but when I was leaving Spain, they were a driver was supposed to pick me up, fancy. Didn't show up. So they're like, we'll get you a cab. The cab driver is driving me. I have no sense of direction. I'm like, we're going to be late for my flight already because like this conundrum. He takes me to the wrong place. He takes me to where I shot the commercial. I was like, no, we have to go to the airport. So I was like, airport. I said airport. I did the plane movement with my hand because he didn't speak English. And I was like, oh no. I start crying. I was like, it's not your fault. I'm just like, and I was bawling my eyes out. I've never missed a flight in my life. He just parks in the middle of the airport, like the drop-off place, leaves his car on. He goes, I get you on the plane, and grabs my luggage, car open, ran me through the airport, got me to my flight with a minute to spare.
Oh my God.
Honestly, I was living a rom-com, but there was no stud on the other end. It was just me.
That's the best thing I've ever heard. That doesn't happen. People don't do nice things like that. That's fantastic.
He hugged me before I left.
That's amazing.
Isn't that incredible?
What part of Spain were you in?
Oh God, I was in a little tiny town of it. I can't even remember where we were. A really small town, but it was off season, so getting food was impossible.
Oh,
because everyone goes. They have like a siesta.
Oh yeah, I was in Madrid in November, and yeah, they love a good siesta. I never knew when things were open or closed. I was so confused by it.
Yeah, it's honestly the first time I really traveled because I'm from like Barrie, Ontario. Like we did not travel. I went to Darien Lake once.
I try to make more of a point of it now because we go to Europe every like 6 months, so I'll usually stay and go check a place out.
But you travel so much for work. It's like
I do.
It's incredible. But I don't. That's the only time. Or no, the first time I was on a plane was when I was 25.
Oh my gosh! Did you freak out?
Yeah, I was going to do a episode. I'm having a stroke right now. An episode of a television show in Canada. I got a small part, and they flew me to Saskatchewan, and I flew with my and I flew with my driver's license at 25.
That's fantastic.
How sad is that? How sad is that?
But so I mean, I travel a ton now, but I didn't used to. I just do now, but I didn't before. I had been a few places, but I wasn't like regularly. I was never a person who just like went on vacation. I would go like,
me neither.
If I had to go somewhere, it's because I had to be there. I wouldn't just like luxuriously take a vacation.
I don't think I've like, besides my honeymoon, which took us forever to book, like I've never really gone on vacation. I've never like gone to Mexico with the girls. Like I've never like done a proper vacation like that.
I've been to Mexico. I've been to like and I've been to Cuba. So I have been places, but like those aren't those are trips, but not like when you're like in Europe and can go and like do stuff and see things. Like this was like a resort where you just sit around and have cocktails and do nothing.
Right.
I don't even think. Well, I must have been 19, I guess. So I was like young. I didn't know what I was doing. I had whatever. But yeah, they were like not good. Like I like went to like Cuba with like my mom. Which is cool. It's crazy now seeing that you can take flights to Cuba from the U.S.
Yeah, that's true, right? I mean, I was so stupid. I was like, because in Canada we could just go, and everyone went and paid like $100 for a week and came back with a lot of diarrhea.
Diarrhea and cigars. Peace, peace, peace.
Well, yeah, that was like the Canadian. Wasn't that? Didn't everyone go to Cuba? That's like in Canada.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I had friends here that were like, oh, my God, you can go to Cuba now. I'm like, I've been. They're like, what? Like,
yeah.
I've been. Hair flick. But, yeah, it's like, I don't know. Everyone needs to calm down about Cuba.
Yeah.
It'll probably start getting, like, really cool down there, though.
I'm sure it will. I went for my honeymoon. I went to Mexico, and we stayed in this place that had like a pool like in your room. Like it overlooked the ocean, and like it had like
you had a pool in your room, like your own infinity pool.
Yeah, man, we had an infinity pool looking over the ocean, and then every day at 5:00 they came with beers or margaritas, you could choose, and then you got chips and salsa.
What a dream.
Yeah, man. And I did a lot of research, and like when we got to the room, first there was a mix up, but it got sorted out. But like we had tequila waiting. Like it was like amazing.
Hell yes.
Yeah, man. And you got sun hats. They gave you free sun hats, which is huge for me because I'm such a ginger. And then I could like, I bought like a weird bathing suits, and it was like cool, man. High waisted, no stress. It was great.
Trips like that are the best. I'm starting to get, and this is like sounds like fancy, But I feel like living on the West Coast, now I'm getting this like real hankering to go to Hawaii. I never really cared much
Me
to go to
too.
Hawaii.
I
Now
wanna
all
go
of a
to
sudden I
Hawaii.
want to go to Hawaii
Me
so
too.
bad. It's all I think about.
Listen, we're going to have to do a regular girls tour, and our first stop is Hawaii.
Yeah, I agree. I hear there's a big demand for regular girls in Hawaii, and we must go fill this void.
If you're from Hawaii, let us know. That's all we need to hear to plan this trip.
I just want to like go and like get an open Jeep. I want to eat a Spam roll. I
Oh
want
my
to
God,
like
yes.
I want to do it all.
I really want a Jeep, I think. I keep seeing Jeeps here in LA, and I'm like, am I a Jeep girl? I don't think so. I think you're a Jeep girl. I don't know if I would pull off the Jeepness.
I think you could pull off a Jeep. I think Jeeps are pretty like pull-offable.
I mean, they're pretty badass.
They're bad. Yeah, I've not had like the traditional idea of a Jeep. I've had like a Jeep Cherokee, like when I'm on the road, like if we have like a rental car or whatever.
No, I'm talking the Cube. I'm talking the Cube Jeep. Yeah.
Those ones are cool.
Yeah.
But the only thing I'll say, and I don't know if those are the same, when I've been on like the Jeep Cherokee or whatever, they're really like you feel every bump in them. They're
really?
like not comfortable to drive. Yeah, you like really feel everything.
God damn it.
I got a Mini Cooper and I'm starting to hate it.
You have a Mini Cooper? Why have we
Yeah.
never talked about this? You're not a fan.
Well, no, I like it, but I was like hesitant to even get a car because I got a scooter and I just wanted to use a scooter.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, I was like super into my scooter, which now I don't use because I'm just taking my car. Because now I'm like picking stuff up and I can't put anything in my scooter. If I just want to like zip around is one thing, but if I actually have to like accomplish things, I need to take my car. And I like my car. But it's actually inconvenient to drive. It's really small. If we have like people to the house and I need to like take someone somewhere, I'm like, sorry, welcome to my go-kart.
Really?
It's really tiny. Yeah, they're too small.
Oh, I've been in them. I love how I'm pretending like I don't know. They are really tiny. But
Yeah.
let's just like dip our toe quickly in the fact that you have a scooter and like aren't you just rubbing my eye?
I have a scooter. I do magic. Everyone get off my back.
Honestly, you've really like peeled a layer of the Renee onion, and I'm loving her. She just lives in this beautiful terrarium of life. What color is your scooter?
It's silver.
Oh.
And I've been contemplating actually taking it in for a paint job because I've seen other ones. So I got it for my birthday last year. Well, I guess not the one that just passed, the one before that. John got it for me for my birthday, and they had a silver one. It's great, but I kind of feel like I want an over-the-top scooter with like flowers on it or something. I want to be obnoxious about it.
If you're gonna have a scooter, you gotta go over the top with it. Absolutely.
I agree. Add some flair.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I always liked weird looking cars. Like we have a boring car. We have like a like Toyota, which I never say right. I always say Toyota. I don't know. How do you say it? Is it Toyota? How do you say it?
Toyota.
It's like Tostitos. A friend of mine was like the voice for Tostitos, and he said it was Tostitos. And now I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know now.
No, it's Tostitos.
And I'm already trying to disguise the Canadian because people don't like that accent. So I'm like, I don't know how you pronounce.
Can I, just while we're talking about Canadian things and food, I did another awesome cocktail Amazon Prime combo this week.
Oh,
and it's because I bought that Mike Myers book about Canada, and I wasn't sure if I was going to buy it.
Hell yeah.
And I put it down, but then I opened it back up while I was waiting, and it opened up on this page that was just about hickory sticks and Tahiti treat.
Is that just Canadian?
Yeah.
No one has hickory sticks here?
No.
What?
No, but I now am going to have a box of 30 bags delivered to my house.
You know what? I'm loving the impulse that you have.
I got a case of Tahiti treat, which they call Tahitian treat. So I guess I do have it, but it's different.
Oh, okay.
So I got a case of that and a case of hickory sticks.
Oh my God. You cannot. Yeah, when this diet is done, I cannot wait for the check-in.
Everyone get off me. I'm literally going to turn into a monster.
No, just send me some of those hickory sticks.
I will. I'll send you some. They're going to be delicious. I can't wait. Hickory sticks are the best. Because people are like, oh, Canada ketchup chips. I love ketchup chips. I'm in.
Sure.
But like, let's
hickory sticks are better.
Hickory sticks are great. They last you forever.
They do.
And I also just want to give like a quick shout out to Zesty Doritos and All Dressed Chips.
All Dressed Chips are amazing. I'm so sad. They're not in the States at all?
Yes, they are. They are now. All Dressed Chips are.
Okay, good.
They're not everywhere, but they do exist in the US.
Really?
They have them at my grocery store, actually.
We should really do a full Canadian podcast and just really lean into what it's like.
I would love to.
Oh, that'll be next week.
I feel like I wear it on my sleeve a lot. I think Canadians do that, though. I think we're a bit annoying about it.
Well, I think you only get annoying about it when you leave Canada and you realize how awesome it is there.
100%.
But I was watching Mike Myers on The National. That's a little regular girl's Canadian drop. And he was saying how, like... just talking about being an American or being a Canadian in America, and the journalist seemed a little pissed because he was saying stuff that was true. Where she was like, "I mean, come on, can you end the idea that Canadians have an accent?" He's like, "We do have an accent, and we do. It's crazy. I can hear it so pronounced, like it's so pronounced now."
Oh, I hear it all the time now, especially when I call home. Or talk to like my family and stuff. I hear it because they think that I sound like American now.
That's what my dad said.
Yeah, I had to take vocal classes when I first moved to the U.S. because people were concerned that I was going to sound very Canadian. And I never really thought I had too much of an accent. Every now and then I'll get called out and they're like, "What did you just say?"
Right.
But yeah, I hear Canadian accents a ton now.
Oh, it's my dad says that I sound American now. But it's, again, I was a voice of a burrito and they were like, "You can't say sorry." And I was like, well, God damn it.
Sorry.
And
sorry.
Sorry. Well, I like saying sorry, and I will quickly go back to it, no question. But it's sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I think I say sorry now. Sorry. I say sorry.
The big thing that they got me with was I kept saying hashtag weird. And then I asked a girl, like a friend of mine, and I was like, they kept saying I was saying hashtag funny. She goes, "Ew, you do." And I was like, "Do I?"
Hashtag? What?
I don't know. Listeners, let us know. Hashtag. How do you say it?
Hashtag.
Hashtag. Hashtag. I don't know. But anyways, what riveting content I've really provided.
I really don't feel like I brought my A game to this episode. I feel like I started out strong and I started to fizzle. Let
me tell you, Renee, you have dropped some truth bombs that are going to ripple for weeks now. I think you have provided the saltines, the terrarium.
I'm throwing it out there. I feel like my favorite line that you said was water wings sewn together.
That's my body.
It's a very funny description.
I often
It's not an accurate description, but it's a very funny description.
Listen, if you sometimes feel like a bunch of water wings sewn together, just message me.
Let us
know. I guess before we go, huge news. We hit the top 150 comedy podcasts on iTunes.
Big news. We did it. We broke the barrier.
That's so exciting. Like, I know some people are cool about stuff, but I'm like that embarrassing mom who's like, we hit a milestone. I'm not cool about
it. I want to like celebrate. I'm going to have some champagne later. I'm going to toast to it. I'm going to send you a picture of it.
Yeah, you should. We'll pop some Andre.
I do have Andre at the house right now.
Oh, yeah. And I live across the street from a cool liquor store, and I will gladly go and get a bottle of Andre. But
We've got it all, and you deserve it.
Well, I just wanted to thank everyone for, again, listening and subscribing and sharing and tweeting and doing all the things. It's so nice.
Yeah, maybe let us know. Tweet us when you guys listen, and let us know if there's other topics you want us to discuss or things you want to know, or maybe send us some random questions. We can answer some questions, maybe.
Some people have tweeted about that, said, hey, you should answer some questions, which I'm so down for.
I love answering questions. I want to do like a self-help column. Let's do it.
We'll do a self-help week. Just submit us your questions. But, like, don't be weird.
Don't be like too weird about it, but like I wouldn't mind a couple sprinkled in there just to see what happens.
Yeah, we'll just see. We'll dip our toe in some weirdness, but we're not going to have a full bath in it. So
no,
that's just forewarned. Yeah. I always remember like watching celebrities doing Q&As, and I'm like, why aren't they asking the nitty gritty questions? And I'm like, they have been asked, but they're not answering them.
They're not doing it. They're for sure not doing it.
Why won't he talk about the heroin? Like, of course they're not going to do that, but What else? Oh, I guess we were talking about doing some Nashville. If you guys are interested, we are down to do like a little recap of the week as a separate entity, if that's something you're into. So tweet us and let us know.
Yeah, tweet us and let us know, because I'm very into it, because I'm watching it and I just want to talk about it to somebody.
Well, maybe we'll talk about this episode and we'll dip our toe, but give us some feedback. We really appreciate it.
Tweet us, drop us a line, slide into those DMs. No dick pics though.
No dick pics.
Be cool about it.
Yeah, be cool, guys. I can't wait for someone to slide into my DMs. That sounds cool.
It's gonna be an adventure.
Yeah. Ooh.
A DM adventure.
Yeah, please. Well, do you have anything else to say besides you need a nap?
I do not. No. I mean, I need a nap and I need food. And that's it. I'm very happy that we've made it into the 150 top podcasts for comedy.
Awesome.
I think it's really cool. I feel very happy about that.
Yeah, I was so proud about it. I was like, I have to share it. I will say, although you're saying you're very tired, I feel like right after we finish recording this podcast, you're going to go, you know what? I just feel like going for a run and just kind of do a manic.
Yeah. Because I got my workout done already and now I just need to eat. I don't know. I'm not really sure where I'm going to go from here. I have no plan. I have no direction. I need a life compass.
Ooh, I'm excited for the update next week. And
right.
You'll have to let us know how the bathroom goes or the bedroom goes.
I will. I'll take some pictures. I'll send them.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. Everyone be cool this week. Don't be weird.
Keep it cool. Brush your teeth. Bye.
Bye.